watching The Sports Spin, presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. Health and healing, every person, every time.
Welcome to The Sports Spin, your weekly dose of sports action, presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. John Nurden, Mark Mason, we watch the games, we call the games, now we spin the games.
Today we break down Spanish Fork versus Uintah soccer in the game of the week. We're going to talk some playoffs in our calls of the week and bring you some fresh monster plays. But right now, let's get to the week rewind.
So this week in the rewind, we have a lot of playoffs to talk about.
And playoff implications.
And implications and who's going to be where. Some had games, some didn't. So right away, we have Uintah. We're going to talk about that in the play of the week. But they got third place in region. Union, fourth place in region. They played, and they lost. We talked about that a little last week. Well done, Union.
Yeah, good job, Coach.
And then baseball, Uintah won their game tonight. We're still waiting on information on whether they get a playoff or not. There's a game left in there with Wasatch. We'll see how that goes.
Dicey. We'll talk to Brian Baldwin a little bit later in the show about those implications, as well as softball. And softball's in. Just where are they at, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So Union baseball, they play on the 14th, and they're in at fourth place. Union softball is in at fourth place. They also play on the 14th. And then both baseball play at the same place. So they all go to the same area and play. And 3A and 4A are on the same day, different venues. So softball, it'll be second, third, or fourth. We'll get to see that. And then let's see, Duchesne and Altamont play on the 12th. We thought they would be done by now. But they play during the show.
Which airs tomorrow. On the Thursday
the 12th. Today, but
yeah, right. It airs on the 12th. Okay.
So track, they did great at BYU. We got a lot of feedback. Maybe they broke a couple of personal records. Nobody took a dominant first place or anything, but a lot of personal records were broken, and track's doing really well at Uintah. And then golf, region title.
Region champs.
The champs. The girls took the title.
And we're going to have a couple of golfers here later on the Fast Dash. And region champs, that's crazy because it's a young team.
Yeah, they're freshmen and sophomores.
Right. So, I mean, it could be a 3-4 year run.
And, you know, Coach Meyer really wants to see him do well at state. And some individuals are probably going to win state, like from Springville.
Yeah.
But, goodness, we have a great chance here. So, Here we go.
All right. So, let's
break
go
down
to
this
a
game
of the week.
Uintah
versus Spanish Fork. And it was scary in the first half.
Scary for who?
And then you guys blew them out. So let's go right into the highlight package. Game of the week, Uintah soccer versus Spanish Fork.
So you say it was scary because they got the first goal, Mark. You know, they got first, and then we score, and then we score again, and they score and tie it up. And, it's a little bit frustrating, but it wasn't scary. From the bench side, we weren't too worried as a coaching staff. We felt like we were a better team. Before the game started, talked to their coach, and he said, our kids are ready, and they're anxious for a really close game. So when we scored the third goal in the first half, he was so mad at halftime. Mark Slaw from the trainer at Uintah, he came over and said, woo, their coach was pissed off. So, that momentum that we got from that really helped us the second half, and we had a dominant second half.
A game that you won 6-2, 2-3, and that third goal in the first half came in stoppage play. I mean, so
just
it was
late in the
very, very late. The whistles blew very soon thereafter. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of this. We want to just look at all 6 goals. Why not? Uintah goals. Going to be some fun. Let's take a look at them. We're going to start right off the bat. This is the first goal, down 1-0, and London Wells battles off a defender, serves it with his right foot to his left, and then he's kicking left to right. Usually you'd see that curl out away from the post, but he catches the side net.
And you see his service is just a little heavy, so he has to lay his body out there and kick it in. That's a tough shot, and he just gutted that one up. That was all London making that happen.
Yeah, a nice entry pass, but it was his touches and strength. Because
Yeah,
he had to fight off a big defender. That number 27, he was a beast. So
yeah, well done, London, on that one. And then he just continues.
Right, so then we go in. It's down 1-2, and this is a service from Junior Flores. He puts it about 10 yards away from the goal, and London, again, the perfect touch on the ball.
You can't get much of a better touch. And the ball's coming in, the goalkeeper's right in front of him, and he just slots it around the side of him on purpose and on accident and on reaction. London's just done that his whole life, so it's kind of what he does.
Yeah, and those balls are so hard to handle coming out of the air.
That was fun.
Over, left, right, spinning all over the place, but he hits a dart, hits the back of the net. Third goal, and this is the one that is a game winner because it's tied 2-2 and they don't score again. Caden Nurden, right before the end of the half, he gets a service.
A great service from Alex McGlory.
And he
just one-times it.
Boy, that ball was still going up when it hit the back of the net. That's how hard he hit it. It wasn't curving down. It was going like this.
And that's such a fun goal, and it's my son, so that makes it fun, but it's a team. And our team needed that right there. And Alex just handled his business, and we won the last game with a similar pass from Caden to Alex, and Alex scoring. And now this time it's an opportunity for Alex to get back to Caden, and it's just fun to be part of this group.
And you talk about the mental game of soccer, and that's what broke Spanish Fort because they went to halftime. They're thinking, hey, we're playing with these guys, and they all look at you as kind of the top tier. We're playing with these guys, 2-2. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. And even the coach lost it, as you mentioned before. Okay, let's go to the fourth play here, and this is just a penalty kick, and Canyon Larson earned the penalty kick. He got tripped from behind, and it was one of those trips where he just hit his face down. He couldn't even get his arms out,
Yeah, and Canyon got to start this game because he earned it.
Yeah.
I don't play the seniors just because they're seniors. He earned the right to start this game, played some good minutes for us, earned us a goal right there.
Yeah.
And what you don't see on that play is London had to take it twice. Yeah. The goalkeeper stepped clear out, which is, it cuts down the angle and makes it harder to score. So as he steps out, he breaks the rules, and that makes that shot null and void unless it goes in. So because he stopped and blocked it, London gets 2 and finishes it off strong.
Doesn't matter. When you get a hat trick, good job, London
Plus
Wells.
two assists. He was like part of 5 of the 6 goals.
When you get a hat trick, we don't care if you missed the first one. We're not even going to tell anybody. Well, maybe.
All right.
Maybe we'll tell somebody.
There we go.
All right, let's go. I think we got these goals mixed up, but here's number 5 on the highlight package. That is Cameron Oakes.
With a laser.
Oh, and you see the emotion? I thought he was going to throw a shoulder out of joint when he did the oh!
Well, his shoulder's a little sore from the last goal, going off his shoulder there.
Yeah, he bumps it off his shoulder.
So, we put Cameron up forward, and he just took care of business.
Yeah.
The ball came to him, and he put a laser up in the upper V, and that was actually the last goal of the game, but a very nice finish. So this next goal is Alex McGlory on another one-time. So we had 3 really good one-times, and,
Boom!
That is just classic what we like to do at Uintah.
Yeah, and that's what happened. We had Jared McCackney on the call, and he says, classic Uintah soccer. Get to the baseline and serve it back to the 18. You're going to have trailers, and that's exactly what happens. Hits the back of the net. 6-2, it felt like you had more possession than 6-2. I mean, they didn't really possess the ball well. A good tune-up for your playoffs.
Yep, good game. It was a fun game for us.
Well, that's the games of the week. We're going to spin right into our Monster Plays.
So this week we had a winner in Posterized. I got a text from Josh Reynolds, Coach Juice. He's one of my assistant coaches, and he said, "Why you always got to put the bad side of me in?" I said, "Everyone loves it, Coach. They love you there."
Hey, Juice, you got to get up and protect that rim. You can't let them dunk on you like that. I mean, it's like Vince Carter in the whatever the Olympics.
So there you see, Posterized. And Andrew and Cameron Oakes just enjoying the heck out of life. And that's what it is. These spring sports, school's almost over, summer's here, kids are having fun, and you got to let them have a minute like that here and there. And that was a fun minute.
If Posterized wins for the rest of the time we do this show, I'll be happy with that. That's the funniest thing I think we've put on this show, besides your face. Okay, moving on. The other 2, we've got, what are the other 2? We've got Midfielder's Dream. Let's take a look at that one. This is Caden Nurden, and you don't realize how hard that shot is. He's 20 yards away when he strikes that ball, and he hits a laser. That keeper had no chance. Even if it went right at the keeper, it's probably still going in. And he hits it in the net, and like I say in the highlight package before, that ball was still going up when it hit the back of the net. That's how hard he hit it. Yeah, great job, Midfielder's Dream. We're going to call that one for Caden Nurden. I want to remind you, if you want to vote for these, find us at The Sports Spin on Twitter. Well, let's get to the last one. And we wanted to put this one on there because we've watched Shayla Draper play Union basketball for 4 years. And we got news today that she won a full ride scholarship for the Colorado Spartans. She's going to continue her playing career. And
at the next level.
At the next level. She's going to college, and we're calling that one the next level because that's where she's taking her game.
I love it.
Incredible. And we loved watching Shayla play. We're going to try to get her on next week. Hopefully. We'll see what will happen. But,
shout out is there. Come on,
yeah,
Shayla.
hopefully she'll put that on her Facebook. Get your friends out to vote on Twitter at The Sport Spin and vote for your favorite play. We'll be right back after these messages.
The Mako robot is a robotic arm that assists me in surgery. We're able to do a scan of the joint for joint replacement, put that 3D info into the computer of the robot, and then we can plan exactly on the computer where those implants should go. It doesn't allow me to make any mistakes. The most exciting thing for me about the robot is what it can do for my patient. This is the Mako Robotic Arm, exclusive here at Uintah Basin Medical Center.
We're back on the Sports Spin presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. Now it's time for the spin cycle. Well, we've got a special guest, good personal friend of mine, Brian Baldwin. Brian, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Mark.
When we think of Uintah Sports, the voice of the sports for radio, you're the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're everywhere.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to travel with the Utes and cover basketball and football. I don't do anything for the spring sports, but it's fun to go watch as a spectator as well.
Yeah.
Staying on top of Uintah sports is always fun.
Yes, Uintah Sports is rocking and rolling right now. Playoffs are coming, a lot of action there. Can we dive into some things right with Uintah Sports? I mean, we got baseball is the one that's got me the most perplexed. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's looking like a three-way tie.
So what do you think? They going to get there?
Well, what we're waiting on is final word on the Wasatch Maple Mountain game. See, if Maple Mountain can beat Wasatch, it will be a three-way tie for baseball. And that'll be fun. It's for the last playoff spot. And that's where it gets kind of really interesting because you've got three teams together and they've got to play to determine who goes to the playoffs.
Yeah, so and the way the scenario works out, how does it work out? How do you get three people in? Is it coin flips? What do we got?
Well, when it comes down to actually making the playoffs, you've got to play to get in. When all teams are in the playoffs, which we'll talk about with softball here in a second, they just coin flip because it's just where you're playing. But to actually get in the playoffs, yeah, you've got to play for it. And I believe they've got to have at least 2 games where 2 teams have got to face each other, and then the winner of the first game will play a third team for the championship game to get 4th seed in the region. Kind of sounds weird to think of it that way, but that's how it works.
You know, and I talked to Bill a little bit, Bill Stivert. He said he wants to try to get it so that on the coin flip, they actually play 3 games so that everyone plays everyone and there's an equal match. And with baseball, you know, we talked a little earlier, it matters. You know,
Yeah.
if you throw your pitcher on the first game and he's your best guy and then you have to win another game against a team who won a coin flip, that's kind of a bad deal.
Yeah, it is. I believe that is the difference between baseball and softball, is that in softball you can pitch someone all day long and their arm, just the mechanics of their arm, it doesn't hurt it as much as baseball. This is more of a natural motion than baseball, and that can really hurt a team if they don't have 2 good pitchers.
Yeah, so baseball is unknown until Wasatch loses or wins, and we want them to lose.
Yeah, we do.
And then softball, so they're going to be 4th, 3rd, or 2nd.
Yep.
And you say that's a coin flip?
It is a coin flip, and both games are actually happening Thursday this week. And the games that really matter, Uintah's season is done, so they're just waiting to see where they play the playoffs. And they're waiting on the Springville-Spanish Fork game. Now, they need Springville to lose to Spanish Fork. Now, if Spanish Fork brings their A game, Spanish Fork hasn't lost in region, that shouldn't be difficult. But then they also need Maple Mountain to Well, if Maple Mountain beats Payson, then it will be a 3-way tie. If Maple Mountain loses to Payson, it's a 2-way tie with Uintah and Springville. That's right, for second and third. So it's so much to be determined, and Uintah just sits home and waits.
So it's possible to end second, or third, or fourth, or have a 3-way tie.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, not. It's either second and third, or second, third, and fourth.
So there's no way they're automatically fourth. They have to be second or third. Okay, very good.
Yep.
Well, getting away from Uintah sports. Well, I want to stay with Uintah sports, but I propose a scenario to you.
Okay.
A couple of nights ago, I watched Steph Curry scored 17 points in overtime. It was by far one of the most amazing things I'd ever seen. I was in bed going, "Oh, he hit another one." That's amazing. I'm listening to the announcers. That's personal to me because, we all announce, all three of us. Mm-hmm. What was your favorite announcing moment your whole career? I know you've done it college, high school sports. What would you say was that Steph Curry moment for you?
Oh, well, easy. It was this last game against Salem Hills, at Salem Hills, boys basketball. Now, you said your wife was making fun of you because you were listening, and I was a little bit more mellow with the call than you would have been.
My head would have popped off my shoulders.
Yeah.
But
I was like, it's good.
Nobody believes that.
I move on, and I'm just like, well, that was a great game. Let's wrap it up. Mark would have, it's like soccer. Go! So that was, it's fun to cover those games. And we nearly had a couple of them back-to-back. That Maple Mountain game nearly came down to a game-winning shot. They missed that shot. And so this year was a lot of fun with basketball. The last 2 years, actually, I've had a lot of fun with basketball. Going to the Maverick Center and watching them nearly beat the #1 seed. Yeah. Just with incredible defense a year ago. And then this year, they didn't quite make the playoffs, but it came down to the last game against Payson and waiting for some other teams to do some things. It was just an exciting game of basketball this year.
Sure. Yeah.
So Brian, I watch a lot of basketball. I watch a lot of sports. Two of my favorite plays of all time. One where Carter in the Olympics jumps over a 7-footer and dunks over the top of him. And then one of my other favorite plays is when Michael Jordan fouls and steps back and scores on the Jazz. I hated it, but it was one of my most memorable, I guess. Yeah. What is your most memorable sports moment of all time?
Oh, wow.
It can be Bengals if you want.
The fumble?
Oh, we're not talking Bengals. I will tell you, I was sitting on my little couch, and I was like, okay, Bengals down, being shut out at the end of 3. Oh my gosh, they're winning. It's not over yet. Then they intercept it, and they just have to run out the clock. I'm like, no, it's the Bengals. And then, of course, they lose. I would just have to say that, boy, that's a good question. I didn't get to witness John Stockton's shot. I was at my high school graduation. So a lot of the more memorable moments, that's a good question.
I gotta think about that for a second. I stumped someone, Mark.
Yeah,
there we go. Cow. He did it. You finally did it. Let's just go with Corbin's shot against Salem Hills. Yeah. The most memorable moment.
Well, one thing I love though is Michael Phelps when he just came back and beat whoever the other swimmer was by 0.01 seconds.
Okay. Did you see the slow motion of that video?
Yeah.
It didn't look possible as like slow motion. The one hand's here, and all of a sudden, somehow he shoved it forward. I remember that. That's one of those watershed type moments.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That's a pretty good one. Good for not being thinking of one. That's a pretty good one to think of.
Well, here we're on the spin cycle. Brian Baldwin, thanks so much for coming down.
Hey.
I know you do a lot of work calling for VTV and radio. Appreciate you sharing some of your knowledge with us. Good to have you down in the studio.
Thanks from me as well.
Kick off the boys soccer season with VTV6 live coverage. Like us on Facebook or click over to VTVchannel6.com for broadcast information. Live high school soccer is brought to you by L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Pilot Logistics, and Moon Lake Electric. Don't miss a goal with VTV6 live coverage. Streaming to VTVchannel6.com. VTV6, your life in HD.
Welcome back. With a live studio audience, John, let's get to our calls of the week. And John, calls of the week, we had a tough one. There's nothing to really call. We didn't plan very well, did we?
No, we didn't. So, Tushane softball, they don't play the 12th.
Yeah.
We'll just wait on that one, but I'll still win it. Uintah baseball is still unknown. We're still waiting.
Yeah, just
if they make it or not.
Interminable wait.
And
all they had
remember,
to do was
just,
win.
Just to remind, well, they
I
had
think
to win
I
4.
won that one because I said they're not going to get in, and you said they were, and
yeah,
now
so,
they need help to get there.
Well,
so
whatever.
I
If they
won
get
that
in,
one.
I win.
I won that
if
one.
they get in, I win.
I'm good.
So they had to win 4,
Win.
then they had to win 3, then they had to win 2, and they finally won the 2. And now we're sitting
It's
in
too
order.
confusing. I think
It is
I won that
confusing.
one.
No win yet. We'll see.
It's coming.
I'm going to win it. So, Warriors versus Trailblazers. We still don't know yet.
We thought 4-2. We thought the game would be played. And,
you and I stayed up late watching that game, and my wife's like,
Oh.
"Is the game going to be over? Because I need to sleep." And she starts snoring. I'm like, "Oh, sweet, because it's overtime, and I have to wait and watch the whole game." Great game. We'll see shortly. So this week we're pushing off to next week. We'll have answers.
I'll win it then.
So what's the score right now?
Like 18-1?
Yeah.
What, 12-2?
So
How many have you won?
My son, I get to talk to him on Mother's Day. He's on his mission in Edmonton, and he says, "Dad, I caught the show, but we only got to see one episode. Who's really ahead?"
Well, here's the only score that counts.
You mock it so
here's
much.
Here's the only score that
so
counts.
we've had 11
we've
shows.
We've had head-to-head.
So you may say
and
that
I
you
win
have
all
6.
the head-to-head ones where we have actual voting, not the
Blah,
ones
blah,
where
blah,
we
blah,
determine.
blah,
3-0. I'm like Steph Curry. I'm raining threes all over the place. 17 points in overtime. Here we go.
You have 6 phones in your name, right? So you vote for yourself all 6 times. I got how it works.
Well, I just
now.
have 6 usernames.
Okay, there you go.
Right.
All right, so calls of the week this week, Mark. What do we got?
Well, I don't
Looks
know.
like we got Uintah soccer playoffs.
What are we calling that?
What the score of the first game will be?
Score because you're going to win it, right?
Well, that's
You
what
have
I'm
to
going
play
go for.
against Cyprus.
You go ahead and go first.
Poster, let's give them some bulletin board material. 8-0.
8-0? Yeah, good luck.
That's not mine.
Okay.
That's what you said at the break,
I said that.
commercials.
So I'm going to go 4-2.
4-2 Cyprus? Jeez, you don't have much faith in your team. 2-1, Utes win that one. It's
I'll
a battle.
take it either way. 4-2, 2-1,
and
I'll
3
take
yellow cards.
No yellows.
There's going to be yellows.
All right.
Moving on.
Softball. So the Utes, will they
2 through 4, we don't know what to call.
Yeah, because
when
it makes
do we
a
know
huge
when
difference.
they're in?
As soon as they flip the coin.
Flip the coin. 2 through 3.
So
that's going to influence what I say.
well, just pick.
What am I picking?
Are they going to win in the first round or not?
They're going to win it.
All right, I got them winning the first round either way as well.
Yeah, even if they're the 4th seed.
So
They're
second
knocking-
round. Are
they're
they
knocking
second
off
game?
Goliath.
Are they going to win the second game?
Are they going to win the second game? No.
Okay, I got them winning the second game.
Pitching
So I got
goes
them winning
cold.
2 in a row. You got them 1-0 on the first 2 games.
Is that how we're going?
It's down. I got it.
All right, what's next?
Baseball. Union in the first round.
It's not their year. They're going to win the first round. They're not getting past the second round.
They're going to lose.
Lose? Is that how it's going to
So
go?
I go lose. 0-0 for me, and you go.
Oh, because they could lose and go to the losers bracket. They might actually win one of those games.
So what are you going to take?
Lose the first one, win one in there, but
Lose
don't get
one?
past. They won't
I liked
do
your
it.
other one better, but
Yeah. Okay.
I guess we'll see what happens. So,
Oh no,
if
you
I
don't love
see
the Cougars.
If I see
you wear that red shirt, they know they don't,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
like them.
sure, thanks.
Boy, you homer. What? Jeez, just
You got the yellow tie on even.
I know.
Well done.
I got a little black and gold in me.
So, let's see, Mark. If you think you have 6 wins, that's what you've been saying, that means I have to have 4 because we've gone 11 weeks. So last week, I'll get 6. This week, I'll get to 5. This week, I'll get to 6. So it's going to end up tied
I don't
and
even
push
know
on to next year.
I don't even know how we
Keep
do
your
this.
whatever.
3-0, and the only one the other ones are subjective.
We're not.
The ones where we actually have
What
people
segment
tell
are we
us
in?
who wins.
Excuse me, what segment are we
I
in?
have no idea.
All right,
How many shows
exactly.
have we done?
Exactly. We did
All right.
11. And
All
you
right.
don't even know which segment we're in.
Is that it?
That's it.
Hey, how about a shout out from the live studio audience? You guys want to let the home crowd know you're
This
here?
is the Venture Scout Group, Mazer 7th Ward.
Here we go. Wow. I have never had this much
That
pressure in
feels
my
good,
whole
no
life.
kidding.
I mean, geez, did we do okay? Did we do okay, guys? All right, here we go. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Have a great first day of school, sweetie. Buckle up.
Good night, honey. Buckle up.
Buckle up.
No, okay, I'm gonna tell him.
If you love someone,
Hey, Dad,
tell them to buckle up.
buckle up.
The Mako robot is a robotic arm that assists me in surgery. We're able to do a scan of the joint for joint replacement, put that 3D info into the computer of the robot, and then we can plan exactly on the computer where those implants should go. It doesn't allow me to make any mistakes. The most exciting thing about for me about the robot is what it can do for my patient. This is the Mako Robotic Arm, exclusive here at Uintah Basin Medical Center.
Welcome back to the Sports Spin. It's time for the Fast Dash.
Now, welcome to the Fast Dash. I have with me Casey Anderson and Gabby Meyer. And you guys all might remember Casey, former fame of the Monster Play of the Week. And you actually won the Monster Play one of these times,
Yeah,
huh?
I did. And then I lost to the girl who did the long jump.
Yeah, so a girl jumps really high. You hit a ball really far. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, it's not...
It's not every day you see someone drive a
All she did
ball.
was jump over a stick. Do you know how hard it is to hit a round ball this size? It's what,
Yeah.
300 yards? How long was that drive?
It was, I don't know, maybe 300?
300 yards, 300
Yeah.
yards, yeah. Tiger Woods length.
Yeah, most
Right.
people can jump over a fence, and that was
I mean,
close
right.
enough.
I mean,
so.
if a dog's chasing you, or cops especially,
Yeah.
right? Well, okay, so we're on the Fast Dash, and so what we're going to do is we're going to put a minute clock up on the screen. I'm going to ask you some questions. If you guys want to both answer, you can go one-word answers. You can go multiple-word answers. I'll leave it up to you. We're just going to go for a minute and have some fun with this. You two ready?
We're ready.
Okay, on the clock, here we go. First question, afternoon of golf or day at the beach?
Afternoon golf.
Afternoon of
Really?
golf.
That's
Oh,
because
yeah.
your coach is listening. Art or math?
Art.
I've seen your art.
I'd say math.
Math, really?
Yeah.
Brainiac here.
Nerd.
Okay. Country or rock and roll?
Country.
Ooh, rock and roll.
A little bit country. Chips and salsa or bread and jam?
Chips and salsa.
Chips and salsa.
Chips and salsa?
Yeah.
But you said that so quietly, I wasn't convinced. All right, how about long putt or a long drive?
Long drive.
Long putt. I'm a putter.
Putt.
Yeah, Gabby's the putter on
Putter,
She's the
that
driver.
gets you more excited? Okay, how
Yeah.
about, here's one, Big Mac or a Whopper?
it. Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Big Mac. We're
Yeah.
going McDonald's. Dollar menu airs right here. Mini Cooper or a truck?
Mini
Cooper.
Cooper.
Mini Cooper, really?
Yeah.
What can you even do with those things? Jeez,
Suzy
okay.
race car.
Fast, yeah.
Lake or ocean?
Lake.
Ocean.
Boy, you two are
Ocean.
opposites here.
Yeah, we are.
Do you even get along?
out here,
I mean,
Gabby.
Well, she's the tall one. I'm the short one.
Oh, okay, so there is opposites.
Yeah.
Big bling in her ears or plain Jane?
Big bling.
bling.
Big bling. Okay, we got that. Yoda or Darth Vader?
Yoda.
Darth Vader.
All right, and that's it here on the Sports Spin. Thanks for joining us on the Sports Spin, presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare, health and healing, every person, every time. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you next week.